Hey everybody, it's Ia Patsy here, and I don't know why. Because I've been missing in action, right, for about a week or two now, as far as posting any more videos. Um, Let me just say that I was doing um, some of the videos, and I got to Gemini, and for some reason I did a reading for Gemini. It was beautiful, but when I went to upload it, there was no sound, of course. And I was quite surprised because I did it on my iPad, and I didn't think I would be having that problem, but lo and behold, as usual. Okay, so I said, all right, let's I'll narrate it, right? I'll just narrate it, and it'll. I'm gonna turn this up because it's looking like it's low. Okay, hope everybody can hear me. So I said, let me uh, just narrate it, right? Because the pictures were clear, and I was holding up these new cards from this new deck that I had just gotten, the Miss Cleo deck, which is really cool. And I was at the very last good night of it. And I got a phone call from someone that I don't speak to on a regular basis, but she and I grew up together. And she was calling to invite me to her party celebrating her a big milestone birthday. And I was surprised and glad. But first she called and I dismissed it. She called on Messenger. And then she called again. And when I went back to my video, no sound again. So the images are there still. I haven't deleted it yet because I guess maybe one day when I have nothing to do, I figured I could try to narrate it again with nobody interrupting me. But it was heartbreaking. But it was Gemini, right? And after that, I couldn't do anything as far as getting back to doing the weeklies, the monthlies, to start them again. So all right. And during that time period, um, it was Friday the 13th somewhere along the way, and Pisces moon, and it took me places that I never knew that I needed to go or would ever think of going. As far as the best I can say, and the reason that I'm recording this, even though I didn't want to speak about this publicly, but I also know, because Spirit is very persistent, that I'm not the only one who's feeling this, and they want me to make sure that other people don't think that they're going crazy like I felt or feel. But at least if we are, we can know that it's not just us. And this type of activity, they're saying, didn't happen to every divine feminine, and it's not supposed to. There's certain ones. They're saying if you had in your life earlier, before now, someone who you felt was a soulmate, someone who you weren't on aware of your spiritual path. This is when you were young, maybe years ago, for those of you who that relates to. So if you have a love, the one that got away, that's what they said, the one that got away, however they got away. If that person, unfortunately, has transitioned, stay with me, ladies, stay with me, girls, and there was unresolved issues between the two of you, whether negative or positive, bad feelings or good feelings, combination of both, disgust, hatred, whatever, fuckery went on. You're done or you're not. You weren't. But that person has transitioned. And at this point in your spiritual journey, you have come to the understanding that energies, people when they pass away, is just energy. And energy is there. And although this person is not your ancestor per se, they are part of your soul group. And more than likely for some of you, this person, if they fit all the other qualifications of a twin flame, the same, if you look at your relationship with that person and compare it to your relationship with your divine masculine now, there will be similarities in those relationships or mirroring effects in those relationships. So, you might even be more compatible with this person who has transitioned than you were with your current divine masculine. So all they're saying is that if you feel, okay, that you have had a visitation in your dreams or in your meditations with this person who has transitioned, who is a past lover when they got away. You could even been married to him and he passed away, or she, I guess. Whoever your partner is. You'll know if this is for you. You're not crazy. You're not the only one this has happened to. And that's the reason that they're making me say it. Because a lot of people are freaked out. A lot aren't. And it's not about failure to be receptive. It's just, I thought I dealt with that already. Now, the reason I'm feeling that I needed to share this all these days, since September 13th, Friday, they kept holding me up on the Gemini. I was getting all kinds of downloads and all kinds of synchronicities, that type of thing, normal, everyday, divine feminine stuff, right? Make sure the mic is in. Yeah. And it made a big, certain things were highlighted in phrases and words and thoughts, intuitive nudges. So I'm going to say this part. The person who transitioned that is come to my attention that they were a twin flame divine masculine. And in my case, we have a child, and our child has twins, a boy and a girl. Though we left this life with no connection other than the children, but it was not cute at all. Very negative, very resentful on his part and my part. He goes on with his life, I go on with my life. He passes away. Oh well. But that is my daughter's father, and that he is my grandchildren's grandfather. Okay. I have gone through a period since this journey started, or I don't know what's going on. I must be getting deliveries. Okay. I've been getting visitations from him since July, I think, of last year, or June of last year. 2017, rather. Very strong. And I videotaped some of it and it's in the legacy playlist if you'd like to see it, because I really don't want to go into it that much. But what I will say is that, you know how they say in church there's been a renewal of your spirit, a renewal of your mind. So it's as if upon transition, not only because he can't ascend because I didn't forgive him at the time, but also just the contract isn't broken, even if it was broken in the 3D. When it gets to the 5D, it's not broken again. So now they want to make contact because they feel that they want to finish this journey. But you're here in this 3D. So, okay. So basically, they want to become one of your spirit guides. If this is hidden with you, you know this is for you. If not, be grateful. Be glad. So anyway, particularly about this is why I'm saying, okay, now, his name is Edward. But from the moment I met him, well, not the moment I met him, but once we started seeing one another, I always called him Eddie because the Edward in my life, one of my uncles, we always called him Eddie. So to me, Edward is Eddie. Oh, shit. Spirit just said my grandfather's father, his name was Edward, Malcolm Edward. My uncle's name is Edward Malcolm. And anyway, this person's is Edward. Okay. But I always called him Eddie. Everywhere. Ed or people called him Ed or Eddie. I called him no, people called him Edward or Ed. I'm the only one that called him Eddie. His parents called him Junebug. Hmm. He wasn't born in June. I didn't understand that. But so many things have started to like make sense and piecing the pieces together, and you know, it's just amazing. Although it's a little disturbing, but what it does do is it takes your mind off of your current situation. So that's kind of a relief for some of us, I guess. Sometimes it's simultaneous because there's so many crossovers, but again, it's connecting the dots, right? It's going down the rabbit hole. And it's confirmations of previous intuitive nudges. So one of my goddaughters had said to me, did I meet somebody new? And this was months ago. And I was like, no, I'm still doing this crap. We laughed or whatever like that. And she said, I see somebody, and it's like they're doing something with your car, like changing your tire or something. I said, oh. I said, nothing wrong with my cars. Like I said, months ago, earlier this year, maybe January or February. So, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. That stays in my mind, but not really, because could be anybody. Take my car into the service station. But the person, she said you were standing there and the person was bent looking into your car. Like you were watching them do something to your car or change your tire or something. Okay? Now we get to Friday the 13th, and plus all the other little awakenings and dark nights of the soul and all this other hocus pocus going on. Plus your nonsense on the journey, right? But for some reason, I kept hearing that Eddie around on on TV. Um, I was watching one reading and the person actually spelled it. She had charms. I don't even think that she said it. I just saw it with the charms. It was amazing. And it's been amazing, you know. But after the 13th, I had a straight up supernatural experience, is what they just said. Supernatural experience. And they said it's because it was time and because I needed to. I needed to know and confirm. And so I did, and it was very interesting. It was very enlightening, um, healing. And then I had to heal my daughter with the information that I was able to garner to help her understand better just who she is, who she's always been, who her parents are, who their parents are, and who her children are, you know, the purpose. Because my daughter has a lot of spiritual gifts, but she's one of those people who she doesn't, she's afraid of them. And so it has been very, very hard for both of us over these years. But we're all getting older now. And tomorrow's not promised in this time, in this lifetime, in this existence, this realm to anybody, you know. So I want her to have this information. I want my granddaughter and grandson to have this information. And that's really why I started the channel in the first place, right? So here I am getting this information. How I'm going to present it to my daughter, who I don't know how she's going to take it, how it's going to affect her. Is she going to start getting anxious? Is she going to have a panic attack? Is she going to have her symptoms, end up in the hospital? I don't know, because it's very, I have to be very, very careful. My eye is jumping right now. I have to be very, very careful about the way I present things to her, but she's very intelligent. Very intelligent. As are the grandchildren. But I'm trying to explain to her this whole spiritual path thing and this twin flame business and who she is and who they are and who he and I are and were. So this is a lot. It's pulling a lot out of me. It's healing some things for me as a person, as a woman, apart from being a mother, a woman who was in a relationship with this person who she loved, who abandoned her at the worst time, but survived, thrived, and continues on. The man that told me that I was going to be on welfare and me and my child were never going to be anything. So that was part of the animosity. It's a lot more, but not, like I said, not going there. But to forgive someone that, who stuck to that theory, his entire life, all these years, he's passed away, and he just angry, stubborn, got to be right, narcissist. The first person that ever explained to me, made a point of explaining to me very, 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 very early on in our relationship, the story of Narcissus. We met in college. Very smart people, both of us. Take nothing from him. And he had a good life. That's why I've said before, Spirit had revealed to me, just because the divine masculine goes a different direction doesn't mean he's going to turn into, Willie the bum. He's still divine, just like you are divine. Just like we are going to be fine because we have our journey and we have our majesty. We are who we are. We are whole in and of ourselves. They are whole in and of themselves. And the choice to go on this path together is for both of you. So remember, you have a choice, and you won't end up in the garbage heap. If, they say, you do what you came here to do, the universe will take care of all of the rest. Now, how's this to be rectified, you say? That's what I say. When a person is not, what are you going to do? So are you going to be like spinster? Is that how spinsters came to be? That actually came across my mind during all of these days. Like, is that how women who were like crones, I guess they would call them, wise women, whatever like that, in their neighborhood, communities, villages, towns, over centuries, over time, were some of those people in this type of a situation? And they gotten to the point where they were just going to remain alone, knowing that they're not really alone. You know how I say that things about old ladies and cats, right? All of this stuff is going through my head like, oh my goodness. Well, I certainly don't want to end up being an old lady with a cat, but here come a damn cat. Last 2 years, 3 years now. I don't like cats. I don't know nothing about cats, but she's here. We don't jive like that. But she's definitely protective of me and the space. But I ain't ready to be that lady. Anyway, I'm sure many of you are not either. Or if you are, you're tired of it. So if you're in this space that I'm in right now, and please, if you are, you don't have to identify yourself if you don't want to. Just give it a like or comment, an emoji, something, so that other people will know that it's not just me, it is not just them. All right? I'm not expecting thousands. I'm not even expecting hundreds. But there's a couple of dozen of us out here who are experiencing this, and 12, 12, 12, 12. I don't know. That makes sense to somebody. 12. Maybe there's only 12 people who are feeling this. Maybe 12. 12, what do you call them? Masters, the AKASHIC records. Right, right. So they took me to do an Akashic reading today. But, wait, this is how it gets interesting for me, and why I know I had to do this for somebody. Like I said, this Eddie keeps coming. This word, seeing it, television, internet, books. It's not normal because basically his name wasn't even called in my life all these years. I don't even know if I met anybody else named Eddie or Edward. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even think. Oh, I'm getting ahead. Thing. Okay. No. Anyway, today, this week, I've been having problems with my other car, and I called Geico, and even though I'm giving them $1,635 every 6 months, I didn't buy the special package for the older car. I have full coverage on the newer car, but the older car, I don't have that coverage. So even though they have been taking $1,635 and change out of my account every 6 months, and ain't missed a beat yet for the last 2 going on 3 years, they couldn't even come and give me a boost on this car because I didn't have the package. And I've never made a claim on the cars at all. Really? So I got a little tight about that. But I moved on. I did not blast them, but I let them know that I was going to take that into consideration when it was time to renew my insurance. Because I'm claiming a new car. My child needs a car. My son. My son is not this person's child. I have one child with him, and it's a girl. I have a daughter and a son. I've done my part. I've recreated my masculine and feminine in flesh without him. Okay, without it, it wasn't without help, but I'm saying without this particular person's. And we know that we've gone through these different cycles, and we've had different relationships for purposes. Okay, healing of families, whatever. So car's messing up. My son is freaking out because he's a Virgo, so he overthinks everything. And if things are not exactly the way it should be, I'm going to have to pause this because this is lunch. Okay, we're back. Sorry, folks, I had to answer the door. I haven't eaten anything, only drank water and energy drink all day. So, anyhow, so I want to get this kid a car. And I kind of got a little plan, nothing fancy, but we both have to be able to drive around here. Not that I'm going anywhere, but I need to be able to when I want to. But I want him to be safe when he's driving also. So I have decisions that I have to make, like I always do. Anyway, after I was done with Geico, I told him to leave the car running for maybe an hour and hours, jump the battery. He did it, wouldn't work. I went out to the car myself because I do have a little mechanical know-how somehow, some reason, and would start. Okay, maybe we need a new battery. Mm-mm. Can't take it out of the gear. So I said, okay. I called AAA, renewed my membership. Here they come. Quite a bit cheaper than messing with Geico and their shenanigans that they were going on with. The guy comes and he helps us, goes, I think, above and beyond, and was just so nice. And he said, pretty lady like you shouldn't have to be bothered with mechanical things like this. Pretty lady like you will get a car. I was like, oh, thank you. He's a younger guy. Definitely not my nationality. He was here for quite a little bit. Finally got everything taken care of. My son, the relief is lifted off of him somewhat because he broods, And I was very thankful, and I gave him my business card and said, check it out, share with your friends, spiel. And I went to shake his hand, and I said, and what's your name? He said, Eddie. Remember, my girlfriend said there was some man that was going to come and be fixing my car, and I'm going to be watching him. He's going to be bent down. That's what happened today. At some point throughout the fixing. And when he said Eddie, I was not expecting that name to be the name that came out of this man's mouth. Different culture. And I'm sure that, it's not even probably spelled the same way. But just the way, just when he said it, it was like, so Maybe he'll see this video because I already had given him my card. I don't know, but it was just wild. So the point of this is that that was my like, okay, share this. Share these experiences, you know. And I do normally share my experiences as we're going on this journey, but this stuff had gotten me to the point where I couldn't even get on. And you all know how I am with my nails, and my nails were looking horrific. And I got them done, very pretty, right? I figured for Halloween, change up a little bit. It's really very, very pretty, iridescent like, Mardi Gras-ish. Yeah, that's it. It's like purple and greenish, right? Which is also very interesting as part of the confirmation. And I didn't just think of that until just this moment with the Mardi Gras. There's a lot of Mardi Gras business going on in my life recently, you know, trying to go to New Orleans and then realizing that I have a dance that day, and then realizing, oh, wait a minute, I can, because I was going to New Orleans to celebrate my birthday with my girlfriend, and then I realized, oh, wait, it's the night before my birthday, but when it's over, it'll actually be my birthday, so I'll just have my birthday party at this dance. Kill two birds with one stone, still get to honor both my obligations. Because I'm obligated to be at this dance. But I have to take care of my own needs. So there we go. 3141 when I said that. Oh, shit. So, mm, pay attention to your intuition. Don't be afraid of these supernatural episodes. Like I said, they may come through your dreams, they may not at all. They may actually come through your waking hours. It may come to you while you're in the shower. It could come to you when you're just meditating. You could come to you while you're washing dishes, washing your hair, washing your hair. Make sure you go outside, ground yourself, taking a lot of breaths outside. Do your meditations and praying. You are on the right track. There's nothing else you can do but just sit back and watch God be God, they said just now. Sit back, watch God be God. Alrighty, so now I wanted to share with you though. Now, after I come in after this Eddie thing, I'm like, wait the hell, what is going on? Crazy. All right, so I said, well, let's just go with it. So now I'm getting these, Spirit says to take 3 of the past life cards, 3 of the life purpose cards, and then they told me to go and get AKASHIC Tarot. And I know what these cards mean to me in my situation. Perhaps they'll mean something to you. So I'm just going to show you the cards, and you, Divine Feminine, you know that you can interpret these for yourself, right? First, authority figures. And this is from the past life by Doreen Virtue and Dr. Brian Weiss. Okay? Past life oracle. Authority figures. Second card that came from the Akashic Tarot deck by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. And they happen to be twin sisters. Hilarion. Number 5. Next card you got was, the next card I got, rather, Celtic. And at first I was like, what is this? What? But when I read the explanation from the book, it talks about people who have ties to Scottish rites. Okay, that's part of being a Mason or Eastern Star. I belong to Scottish rites. They just gave me that. That's part of it. Okay, so Celtic. Also, my family is on my mom's side. They're from Barbados, so that was part of the British Empire, and there were migrants and slaves that also came from Wales and Scotland and Ireland. To this day, a lot of people from Wales and Scotland vacation or reside in Barbados. So that's also that's considered Celtic to me. And as I read the explanation, yes. So this Celtic, let me just do the next one so y'all can see how it came from me. Authority figures first. It got wet since I started this video. Celtic and vows. This talks about having taken vows in the previous lifetime. A vow of celibacy or being in a monastery, and then in another life coming back living an entirely different lifestyle than that, and going back and forth in different iterations of life between committing to being celibate and being spiritual or dedicated to some cult or something like that, and going back and forth throughout the lifetimes. This is what this journey is about for you, if this resonates with you. You may have been an English major in college, they said also. You could have been an English major or history. Shakespeare could be something that is is something that you find interesting. So those were the past life cards. Like I said, at this point, you know, okay? You know how those cards relate to you in the situation that you are dealing with this past life, love, or in your current situation right now. You'll know. From the career and life purpose oracle, also by Doreen Virtue. And if you have to stop this video and look at these images separately, please feel free to do that and let your intuition help you get the messages from these cards that are meant for you, okay? Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Counseling. Now, this is life purpose. Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. And author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make time to write it. Ashe. That was relatable to me on every card, all of it. I know that, and I've been doing my work. Oh yeah, there's a book as we speak. But I'm protecting my material until the right time. But it's coming together beautifully. But it's gonna take a while because I'm on the journey. But things have been, I'm working on it. Believe that. There's pages to the manuscript coming forth. But this awakening is quite distracting. So, those cards came for me, and I was at that point, they said, share it. So, authority figures, vows, counseling, artist, and author. All right. So now, they said to get a card from the Divine Feminine deck. I'm just winging it, folks. 4101 when I said that. Okay. 4101 when I said that. 4107 now. All right. For the Divine Feminines that are meant to see and hear this particular message, what is it that they need to know as they go forward? What is the confirmation for them? What is it that Spirit is trying to share with this particular group of Divine Feminines? Maybe having a really, really interesting or disturbing interactions. Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. For those of you that this is pertaining to or can relate or resonate, you are the sanctuary. You are whole when within yourself. But you have a sacred mission. It has to be received. You have to receive this. Allow it to come to you. It's a reason for it. It's just like everything else. There's a reason for it. And you already recognize the reason, you know. You don't have to, no one has to explain it to you. They don't have to, no, you don't need to know the reason. You just want to be reasonable. Okay. You just want a confirmation. You just want a confirmation. And you can handle the rest of it yourself once you are assured. Rest assured. Rest assured. You can allow this person to come into your sanctuary. You can allow this person who you aren't related to, more than likely, by blood. Could be ex-husband or something like that, but whatever. You have kids with this person, or a kid, family, whatever. You'll know if it's you. I don't know if it matters. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. If you have a child with this person and they've passed on, and you know that this was your twin, and you're all separated through death, before or after death. This is you. If you're listening, Catherine Labore, the patroness of miraculous healing. I'm ready to heal, and I'm worthy of the miracles meant for me. Yeah. Wow. Again, use your intuition. What does that mean in your life? But what I will say, some of us who are experiencing this are getting a little older. Yeah, this has been going on for a long time. This is something that has, okay, the legacy is children and grandchildren. For those, yeah. This is about legacy. For some of you, you were married to this person and he passed away before you, and you feel like the cord has been cut. It hasn't been. Hasn't been. If there's anything that is unresolved, you need to forgive them, whatever that is. Whatever it is. It could be taken out the trash. I don't know. You'll know. Because they can't ascend. They're having a hard time with the ascension process because of your failure to forgive them, to reconcile this. They've come to reconcile this in a major way because they know that you have forgiven them through this process. And they want to show their appreciation. And resolve this and continue this journey. For the AKASHIC record cards, right? First card, as I said, was the Hilarion 5. That's on top of the authority figures. This is your ancestors. These are the AKASHIC record keepers. So you are being watched and you are being protected. I am being watched. I am being protected. Next, on top of Celtic, we have the number 8, Archangel Raphael. Number 8. You're being given a gift and you're being protected. And that person, that man is coming with that gift. But it's on the angelic realm. There's a path that's going to be opened for you by Archangel Raphael, the grace of Archangel Raphael. And the person, oh, I don't know what this is. They said that they're pleading your case. The two of you, your case. Basically, they're pleading their case, but they're telling your case to the Hilarion, the keepers of the records. They're explaining, I guess, why they screwed up. They've explained, and now the infinity sign forever. They're going to be with you forever with the gifts. Next, you got divine position, healing. This talks about being a medicine person. This talks about knowing how to use nature to heal yourself and others, and getting divine guidance. So as I said, this person is going to be your guide. And I'm being told that if you find out more about Archangel Raphael and make him part of your soul team that is representative of this twin flame, the one that got away. Not just down the street, or you can't talk to him, or he's blocked you. I mean, this person is deceased. Okay? They said it makes that plain. You got two worlds, and that fell on top of counseling. Yeah, you feel like you're caught in like between two dimensions, and you are. At least your person is, and they're trying to get you to receive them, right, and be open to it. This also talks about being a blessing to share these experiences with others. And again, when I saw this, again, confirmation, okay, you have to do this, as this is falling on top of counseling. Somebody needs to hear about this. Uriel and the Sphinx is next. Questions are being asked and answered, direct interaction with the Creator. This is serious. And that fell on top of artist. And you may think that you're imagining it, right? But you're not. And you're going to share it. You may write about it. You may draw about it. You're going to find some medium in order to share this gift. Revealing the direct connection that you have been gifted of, that you have been gifted, direct audience, clear audience with the Creator. And then lastly, two of forces, the willow, being able to bend, being strong, being rooted, but also picking your battles, being able to adjust your perspective, change your perspective, to relax, let it flow, go with the flow. So are we telling us? Are we being told that we're going to be one of those people, those women? Maybe. Maybe that's what this is to let us know, and to be okay with it and accept it, process it, and release any expectations of however this is going to play itself out. You know what? I was going to say this, and I said, no, no, listen. This person, Eddie, was from Buffalo, New York. That's his home. And Buffalo has been coming up quite a lot around me. And my Native American culture has been calling to me a lot this last year or so, more than normal. That's my father's side of the family. Everyone, has African roots, but one side of my family is Panamanian and Bayesian. The other side of my family is American African American, Native American. But they've all come from the same place. But I've checked my DNA. They are not related as brothers and sisters, my parents, but they come from the same tribal area, it seems. Anyway, Buffalo has been coming up a lot, and my sister, who is Miss Christian, um, and who was a confirmation of this, whether she knows it or not, this interaction with Eddie since Friday the 13th, basically. My sister has been very pivotal or an important player in this, whether she knows it or not. And I know she don't know it, and it could care less because she's not with none of this, allegedly, in public. But she's helping my daughter raise my twins, like Yemiya. That's what they said. Shango and Oshun could not take care of the twins, and so Yemiya stepped in. Ashe. So anyway, I've been trying to keep my grandchildren plugged in to the culture and this information, and my sister's got her, you know, face pushed up, whatever. But yesterday, out of the blue, with nothing, no context to it, I opened up my cell phone, and my sister has sent me an actual Native American tribal dance from Albuquerque. Like what? I don't. I didn't know she was going anywhere near there. School just started, you know. But maybe she did that for business because she has a great job, and maybe that's what it is. And because she knew that that's something that would resonate with us, she got it. So I'm walking outside yesterday, finally, trying to get some air, trying to get some sunshine. I pull this out of my pocket, and there it is. I stopped in front of the tree in front of my neighbor's house. Because of the glare, I couldn't see it. And there was someone doing this tribal dance. They had on a whole long, headdress. And I had just been looking at different Native American headdresses the night before on the internet. So this is yesterday. Today is when the car got jumped by Eddie. And thank you, Eddie, if you're watching this, but you shouldn't be because why would you? But anyway, so I was like, "What is going on?" And a lot of it was a Buffalo medicine woman, and I've gotten that card, Buffalo woman, several times when I've been doing readings for different signs, and I take those readings and see how they apply to my life. If it's resonating with me, afterwards, and I finish the reading, I'll go back and watch it and see what is the message for me in all of this. And as I said, Eddie is from Buffalo. This card just comes out. So I said, oh, I only have two cards. Are we supposed to be by ourselves? And here comes the white buffalo calf woman. This is from the Native Spirit card, a foretold of spirit guide, spirit entity, a spiritual woman on a path. Not many of them, and they're going to start to show up at a certain time. And this says, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. For somebody, they're going to be making some kind of healing medicine, oil, massage, therapy, soap, healing that's going to make you money. If you follow the path of love, you will find true abundance. The things that you love to do. Your 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 the promise of healing that you have been searching for. The healing that was promised that you were searching for is here. It's within you. Whatever path you take, the path of love is true abundance. For somebody, the path of abundance is love. That might make sense to someone. The path to abundance is love. Maybe somebody is dealing with someone who's very material. Oh, yeah, that's Eddie. Material, very. Oh, okay, so he's here to let me know he's still around. See, Buffalo. Okay, all of this stuff. But this message is not just for me. Can't be. White Buffalo woman. Page 154, which would be 10, which would be about you. So maybe it's about just me, but maybe it's about you and your path that you may have to travel alone. The white buffalo calf woman is a sacred reminder that you don't have to struggle to receive all that you've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to move through the world. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. The white buffalo calf woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for when we approach each situation with love. The white buffalo calf woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred, prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and our community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. So, I would say that would say that, yeah, you may have to walk this path alone, but you're not going to be lonely at all. And that your heart will lead you to the abundance when you focus on your work, when you focus on forgiveness, and loving folks through their shenanigans, loving yourself through their shenanigans. I have to read this. The white buffalo calf woman represents a sacred vision that gives us hope that all will be provided for us. This is primarily a prophet of the Lakota region. The buffalo are considered sacred to the plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. The Lakota legend says that two young scouts went out in search of food during a famine. 2. They saw a stunningly beautiful woman appear before them in a radiant white light. First scout approached her with unholy intentions, and the second scout watched as the first man turned to bones the instant he tried to touch her. She was clearly Lila Wakan, very holy. Thankfully, he knew this. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew that his intentions were good. She told him to prepare for her arrival in the village. He went back and gathered everyone together. She appeared before them and taught them the 7 sacred night rites of the Lakota people, including the sacred pipe ceremony that binds men and women together in a circle of love and mutual respect. Lakota tribe, buffalo, number 7. 2 men. The first one turned to bones. Lila Wakan. Subject to Heyoka spirits. Yeah. So, I know what this means in my life. For those of you who are still with me at 107:14, you know what this means in your life too. My Lord. It has been something else. It has been amazing. And I'm very grateful. I'm so thankful for the gifts and for the guidance and for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me share these messages at 107:44. Let me share these messages with you. So this is basically to let you know, get out whatever it is, whatever your medium is, that you check yourself spiritually, because at this point you know what you're doing, pretty much. Okay? You've been following your intuition. Ask your intuition, is this message for you? If it is, check and see what your particular, read yourself somehow, wherever where you go. Don't pay for a reading. Well, why would I say that? Anyway, do it yourself, they're saying. You know what you're doing. For those that this is resonating with, for those people, you're very capable. You may want to discuss it with other people, and that's what we're here to do, right? Share with each other. But they're telling you to pay attention. You're not going crazy. The messages are real. Follow it through. Go down the rabbit hole. They're going to be there to catch you. There will be healing. You are the sanctuary for this relationship between you and this departed twin flame. That's what it is, basically. They just want you to be aware of it. Okay. They want you to be aware going forward that you are a sanctuary for this relationship, that you deserve to complete this journey. And you're expected. There are people waiting on you and relying on you. For those of you who need to know, there's a number 5 here, a number 8 here, a number 6 here, and 2 2s. Two of scrolls and two of forces. Go with the flow. Be creative. 21. 3. And that's what I have. The two of us created 3. My daughter, my son, my grandson, and my granddaughter. Twins. Gemini. Anyway, I think that's it. If this is resonating with you, let me know. If you want me to continue this, let me know. If you want to reach out to me, send me an email, pbtarot7@gmail.com, or leave a comment and I'll get back to you. I got 2 songs with all of these things today. They want me to tell you Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin. Listen to the version from Nemo. Has the words. If this is resonating with you, that may too. That will. Okay. And Dream a Little Dream of Me, Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. Yep. That too. If it's for you, you'll know. And if it's confirming something, let me know. Please give this a thumbs up. Even if you don't want to make any remarks, so that other people will know that they're not alone. So that I will know that I'm not alone. I'd appreciate that. If it's genuine. So, be well, loves. Be loved well. Be loved well. Love yourself. And allow this divine honor. Allow it yourself to receive it. Because you deserve it. You're worthy. And you are a miracle worker, a healer. And worthy of the miracles that are meant for you, besides those that are meant for you to share with others. And wherever you are safe. You are the church. You are the sanctuary. You are the temple. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're never alone. We're here with you. The divine is always there for you. Anyway, namaste. Ashe. Amen. And some.